Hey guys, Kurt from Parade the Gospel here with another idea of something that you could do in your home. So if you go to my playlist, No Gospel Tracks, No Problems, and you see this video right here, number 13, siding. A couple of years ago, we replaced a significant part of my garage, and behind a piece of siding, I actually wrote a gospel presentation, mostly coming from Ray Comfort's standard $1 Million Bill Gospel Tract. I just kind of wrote that on here. Check out that video if you want. And yeah, I put it right on the back of the garage. But anyway, so someday, someone is going to see that when they rip that off and maybe put some new stuff on. Might be beyond my years, I don't know. But I just wanted to give you some other ideas on how this can be implemented whenever you do a house project with some other house projects that we're going to be working on. I'll show you those in just a second. So this is what our little project looks like right now. Got this part ripped open. We moved in this house about 2 years ago. We've never been able to use the shower yet, maybe except for once. At first we had a drum trap leaking down over there. And then after that, once we got that fixed out, ripped open the wall, and the ceiling is actually leaking through the kitchen light in the ceiling. So yeah, it's kind of a fire hazard, I would think. But anyway, so we fixed that problem, and then all of a sudden we would turn this thing on right here. Water would be shooting out from right here. So, oh great. I mean, when we divert it going up. Didn't do that before. We tried it a couple of times, or at least I don't think it did. So, you can see down in the kitchen right now, we put a P-trap in there. So I just decided, okay, I'm just going to rip out this whole thing, and we're going to replace this entire thing. But anyway, to my idea. So I'm thinking for gospel tracks, I'm going to use this Why Christianity booklet, or book I should say, a little tiny thing, for Ray Comfort. And then this other tract here, now we have called this the Paul Washer Gospel Tract. It's mostly just scripture. So you can see that right there. We've used these in the Super Bowl in Minneapolis a few years ago. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put them in this bag right here. And what I'm going to do is nail that bag somewhere in here. I don't know where exactly yet. I don't know, maybe like right here somewhere. I'll find a spot. So it'll serve as kind of like a little time capsule of sorts. So however many years later, 20 years, whatever, when somebody decides to redo this again, they will find that. And I'll probably write a little message on there, my name and date and stuff, kind of like I did with behind the siding on the garage. So just an idea, if you're ever tearing open your house, and we're doing a lot of that, so I'll be doing this in other places as well. Tearing open the house somewhere, leave some gospel tracts where people can find. Actually, I'm probably gonna, yeah, I'm gonna nail this in there really good so it doesn't, like, you know, lose its integrity over the years and fall off. Like if I would use tape or something like that, make sure it really stays on there real good. So yeah, do that, you guys, and it'll bless somebody in the future, maybe even beyond your years, and you have no idea how much that might affect things. Hey guys, it's probably about 2 weeks later since that last little bit you seen there. I just wanted to show off the fantastic work that my friends Trevor and Greg put into this. So you put up new drywall, all this plaster, and we had to get creative with this kind of tiling here because we could not put I forget what it's called, but like a shower type thing in here because we have this little thing that comes down here. We still got to do the finishing touches down there and get that stuff plugged in. But yeah, one thing I forgot to do though is put those gospel tracts in there. But no worries, because right through this closet right here, you take out those drawers in the bottom and you can access enough back there to do that. So I'm still going to do that, but I just wanted to show a couple more ideas for time capsule gospel tracts within your house. Now, first time homeowner here, and I'm an idiot, I admit. So about a year ago, I'll just show you this real quick. Up here, I replaced this thing right here that your shower head connects to. And I was thinking, even when I did that, like, you know what? I should really be sure that this is on there correctly and not leaking. And sure enough, for an entire year, a family of 7, not using the upstairs shower ever. We could use a bath up there, but how many showers that has been, I don't know. But I started to notice this thing coming off the wall there, losing its integrity. Didn't really think much of it until a few weeks ago. My wife noticed some mold on this wall over here. down below, and I noticed that it's paper thin, like down there once you get low enough. But anyway, I'll keep this short. So I busted out this part right here because knowing I'm going to have to replace this whole thing anyway, trying to find out what's going on. I called the insurance company up, and they're going to send somebody over from a restoration company and all this and that. But anyway, I eventually found out that it was my mistake right up here. Whenever you turn the shower on, water would start dripping, and my heart just sank. Like, oh no, it's my fault. Anyway, restoration company came here. They did some tests. I wasn't here for it. I was at work. But they had this device that like measured how much water was coming up through the floorboards. Somehow, don't mind the mess. Basically, everything here needs to be replaced. This wall needs to be ripped out. All the flooring in the bathroom needs to be ripped out. It is a headache, guys. Over a $5,000 mistake. One I will never make again. But anyway, I say all that to mention again that when this is all ripped up, somehow, some way, I'm going to affix a gospel tract in there or something, and we'll do that. Now, another thing, I'll mention this real quick as well as I go downstairs. Again, don't mind the mess. We were drying some ghost peppers the other day with this thing. It's a whatever you call it, dryer. I can't even think of it now. But anyway, so whatever. I'm being stupid right now. I'm tired. I'm late. Anyway, this window right here, we have 5 windows that were just replaced. A friend of mine, his name is Conrad. He's actually the one who probably gave me the gospel message. Let's see, 21 years ago now when I was in juvenile detention. Great friend of ours, goes to church with us. Anyway, he works in basements, and he put these replacement windows in that had been sitting in this basement well before we moved in. But when the cement was dry, and I was thinking about doing this too before, a couple of years ago when we had the garage project redone, whenever we do something down here, and I'll get to that in a second, is maybe I can write a Bible verse in here. I was kind of pressing down on here. You can see my fingerprints when it was still kind of wet. Maybe like John 5:24 or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, we had all 5 replaced. He did a fantastic job with it. But we get a lot of wetness down here, as you can see right there. And all the way around. Now, after it rains, it kind of floods down here a little bit. So what we were thinking of doing sometime is having like drain tile put in and get a sump pump, which we do not have right now. That same friend Conrad was thinking about doing that for us. Now, we had his company come over and do an estimate one time. It was going to be like $6,000 something like 2 years ago. We just can't afford it right now. But he might help us out with that, just like he helped us out with the windows. And another friend of mine might help us as well. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, so I say that to say that once this is all torn out all around the perimeter of the basement, maybe I can write a little something in the wet cement. So guys, it's just a couple ideas real quick that I wanted to give you. You're doing some kind of project in your house, garage project, something in your bathroom, whatever, way beyond your years. You never know just how that might affect somebody. Somebody will see that gospel tract or message. However you write that down, get that in there, it could bless somebody, guys. So please consider doing that. Oh, and last but not least, we're thinking about replacing the cabinetry in our kitchen right here because we have a mice issue down below. Not going to get into that long story, but once we rip out all this, there's got to be some way we can affix something behind the cabinetry down below with the gospel message on it. So I'm going to do that too. Yeah, I know, we got a lot of house projects. There's that big hole up in the kitchen where it was leaking originally. So yeah, we had to replace the light. That was a lot of fun. We're down here and it's leaking. Water's coming through the ceiling. What's going on? Yeah. Being a homeowner is fun, isn't it? But anyway, guys, again, hope I gave you some ideas. We're going to replace all the piping as well. Another thing that we're going to do. So we open up this part down here, this drywall, right down there because there was a leaking issue. We thought maybe it was coming from the pipes leading upstairs into the bathroom, but it wasn't. It was actually from the dishwasher leaking through here and then down here and then down into the basement. But anyway, we got to rip this out anyway. We're going to replace the piping going up, but I can also affix a gospel thing inside there as well. Hope that gave you some ideas.